Let's start with merchant. For our cardio today, we've got cross and reach, monster walks. Start with cross and reach in about 15 seconds. Here we go. Very good. We'll keep marching. All right, next up, we got our monster walks. Very good. All right, so for lower body, we're going to start with sit stands. So use your chair for this one. And do a minute of sit to stand. So you're going to fully sit down on the chair and just don't use your arms at all. If you have a swivel chair, just be careful it doesn't move on you. All right, and we'll be here for a minute. Really use those quads to help you get up from the chair. Got 30 more seconds. Awesome. March. All right, next up, we're going to do some sumo squats. So it's a wide-legged squat. And we'll do this one for 45 seconds. All right, so nice wide, toes are pointed slightly out, and knees follow the direction of our toes. Very good. All right, we're back to cardio. Cross and reach is up first. Here we go. Awesome. We'll do monster walks next. Right, nice and low. Begin making arcs with your feet. Very good. We'll march. All right, next up for the lower body, we're going to be doing some calf raises. So we'll do single leg, and then double leg. Then we've also got some hip abduction to do, and I'll show you that when we get there. All right, single leg calf raise. So go ahead, put one leg up, and we'll do heel raises, 30 seconds. We'll take marching breaks in between. March. All right, we'll do the other leg. Awesome job. We'll march. We're gonna do both legs together. Try not to hold on to anything for this one. Here we go. Awesome. All right, one last thing for the lower body. We are just going to kick out to the side, 30 seconds, both legs. All right. Marching break, and then we'll do the other side. And then on to core next. All right, here we go. Last thing for the lower body. Awesome job. All right, we are back to cardio, and then we've got core to do. Just 2 things for core. Cross and reach. All right, next up is monster bars. Go. And we march. All right, core. So first one we're going to do is that standing crunch. We'll do a minute of that. And then we're going to do some oblique side ab stuff. All right. Standing crunch. We'll do a minute. Just really make sure you're coming down on your core. Way. Awesome job. All right, next we're gonna focus on our obliques. So this is when we're gonna slide down the side of our thigh, working those side muscles. All right, so one hand goes up and we'll slide. We'll be here 45 seconds each side. And we'll march. Right, other side. Very good. All right, back to cardio. Just have upper body to do. Cross and reach. Very good. Monster walks up next. Right, here we go. And march. All right, what we got for the upper body, we're going to start with some tricep dips at our desk. And then we've got some arm pulses to do. Just 30 seconds for the tricep dips, and we'll do 30 seconds each direction for the arm pulses. All right. Try some dips. Awesome job. All right, so now for our arm, do forward, back, palms down, and then palms up. 30 seconds each direction. Like 2 rounds of this. All right, so up. And no going past shoulder level until we do palms up. All right, towards the back of the room, squeezing the shoulder blades. All right, to the side, palms down. Palms up. Awesome. All right, you can. We're going to do one more quick round. Adding that half pulse. All right, palms down, half pulse, sorry. All right, back in the room, pulse. Palms down. And palms up. Awesome job. All right, we're going to march it out a little bit slowly. We're going to take some deep breaths and we're just going to do real quick stretching. All right, we're still taking deep breaths, but first thing for stretching, we're just going to do a nice chest opener. All right, next, come over to a chair, whatever you have, put your toes up on it, and we're going to do a nice calf stretch. We'll switch legs. Great. Last stretch to a oblique stretch. You can lean over your chair or you can use your thigh for this one and just open up those obliques. And we can switch sides for the last stretch. All right, and that will do it for